So for example, and I talked about this, what group is silver in? Well, it's in the transition metals. What group number is it in? Group 11, aka, why is it called 1B? Yeah, it's only losing one electron. Silver is, copper is an unusual one because copper does +1 and +2. +2 is a bit unusual for copper, but it's a D9. When we look at the electron configuration, silver only has one valence electron because the S gets promoted to fill the D orbital. It should be D9, but it's not. Silver's electron configuration is, what would it be? Neon, argon. It would be argon. Silver would be argon. You would think it would be 4s2 3d9, but it's not 4s2 3d9. Silver is 4s1 3d10. How many valence electrons does silver have? One valence electron. So this is why it's called group 1B. It's called group 1B because it's like 1A has one valence electron. Group 1A has one valence electron. Group 1B has one valence electron. Copper and gold are a little bit weird because copper is +1 and +3, gold is +1 and +3, but silver is only +1. In fact, do you guys remember this elbow? The elbow is called zinc, cadmium, and silver. This L is always fixed charge. Everything else is variable charge. But what's the charge on zinc and cadmium? +2. And cadmium is +2. Mercury is a little weird because mercury is +1 and +2. But zinc and cadmium are always +2. And what group is it in? 2B, because it has two valence electrons like 2A does over here. And so you either memorize this outright. There's this elbow pattern here that you can memorize that's fixed charge in the variable charge region. And what are the charges? +1 and +2. That's one way of memorizing it. The other way of memorizing it is this. You just flashcards or something like that, or write it repeatedly. But this is going to be a big problem in Chem 1A. You don't want to do silver as a +2 in Chem 1A, otherwise trouble. Silver is a +1. Now, what about nitrate? There's tricks for memorizing the charge on nitrate. Nitrate is not a -2. And if silver is a +2, nitrate must be a -2. And then sulfate, is sulfate a -1? Now, the thing is, if you just do straight memorization, it's easy to get them mixed up, but you shouldn't do straight memorization. You should try to connect it with something. And what you can connect it with is the periodic table pattern. The periodic table pattern is just one way, but either way, you got to memorize these because in Chem 1A, it's very unforgiving. Like, my students, if they don't have it down, they're going to be struggling grade-wise. So you got to get it down. So spend some time, do whatever it takes, but make sure you memorize the charges. Nitrate's not a -2. Nitrate is a -1. Sulfate is a -2. And so these are switched. This should be a 2- here. This should be